Hi everybody, Whitney Magnuson here, live with Unity Stamp Company. If you are brand new to Unity Stamp, we manufacture deeply etched red rubber stamps in-house. This is kind of a sample of what we do and what I'm going to be working with today. We also have dies and stencils and all the crafty supplies that your heart desires. So today I wanted to go live and just share with you guys some simple emboss resist techniques because they're some of my favorite techniques to do, and I've been seeing a lot of cards lately where there is an emboss resist but then kind of like a rich ink blending around it, and so I figured out my version of it. I don't know how other people do it, but this is my version of it. I'm going to share it with you guys today. Hi Dana and Marcy and Christina. So we are celebrating all month long. So this is the last hurrah of our 55% off site-wide on stamps and 10% off of supplies. And we just had a release for Cyber Monday because we are like literally insane people and we just like to stay busy, I guess. But it's a super fun release. And so I'm using one of those new background stamps that I'm just loving. It's for birthdays and then a birthday sentiment. And then I'm going to grab one of our bestsellers from the month, which is Colossal Snowflake, and I made like a ton of cards with Colossal Snowflake, but I wanted to try one more embossed resist technique with this because I think it would be a super easy Christmas card or wintertime greeting that you guys could try out. We still have doorbusters going on. There's like 20 items that are super duper low priced, so check those out while they're still in stock. And yeah, lots of stuff happening, you guys. Hi, Leslie. All right, let's go down to Project Cam and then I will share with you what we're going to make today. All right, maybe you even have this Colossal Snowflake in your collection and you can make this card with me in real time. All right, so I have been loving these emboss resist cards that I'm seeing lately, and it kind of looks like almost there's a spotlight effect, and it's from like a darker ink blend around the edges. And so I thought that this background was pretty perfect for it. Obviously, when embossed, it kind of takes away the ability to read a lot of the text, but I was more so going for like a texture, and I can still read some of the words. In person on camera, you're probably not going to be able to. You're probably going to be like, what is that? But in person, you can see it says birthday and all that jazz on there. And then we'll just do a quick and simple one too. So we're going to do two colors here. To start out with this technique, we're going to use one of our newest arrivals that I'm loving by Lisa Rana. It's called More Cake. And she actually has a couple of other backgrounds that are like this text background. And I'll stamp it out, like a little chunk of it, maybe in black here. Actually, no, I'll grab my, my card from yesterday so you guys can see what it looks like when it's like in colored. So there it is. It says just like happy birthday, today we celebrate you, eat more cake, all that jazz. So there it is. If you wanted to stamp it in colors, I just stamped these in like rainbow colors, and then I used one of our A2 shaker creators and put in some sequins for a super easy birthday card. And we're gonna keep on with this super easy birthday theme here. All right, so you can kind of see on this one that the center is a little bit lighter and the edges are darker. So we'll start out with the blue one because you can grab any of your color cardstocks and try this out. So I just went through my cardstock collection, and this was my like very last little scrap of this colored paper. I love it. I don't know what color it is. It just happens to be in my collection. We do have a whole collection of luxury cardstocks if you are on the market for some colored cardstocks. All right, so this is what I'm going to start with, and it ends up like this with ink blending. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to grab our mini Misty, and I'm just going to put my panel in here. I just pre-die cut this panel with a Gina Marie Designs die cut, and we're just going to put our background stamp, Eat More Cake, on the top of this and adhere down. All right, so I already have a little bit of the embossing ink on there, which is totally fine. I knew I was going to be using the same ink, so I didn't clean it. All right, so we're just inking this up with clear embossing ink. I like to use my Brutus Monroe ink.
Do you happen to know the name of that stitch die?
I think it's called like the wonky stitch die. I think so.
And is that from Gina Marie?
It is, yes. It is from Gina Marie. All right, so we're just pressing down to get all of our spaces. All right, there it is. I'm loving this. Then we're gonna grab our clear embossing powder. So my first sample, I used a clear glitter. And then this one I thought we'd do clear so we can kind of see the difference and what we like better. I'm looking for my clear, oh that. Here we go, this is my clear embossing powder by Nuvo. This was in our shop, but it is out of stock right now. It should be back in within a couple of weeks, I hope. All right, so there it is, all covered with our embossing powder. And then we'll grab our heat tool and just start curing this. So as soon as it starts getting glossy, you just want to move your tool along. And even just like this, like plainly stamped on colored cardstock, you could leave it like this for a really fun tone-on-tone look. I do that a lot too. But just for something different, we'll add in the ink blending just to get kind of a... All right. So I'm happy with that. There it is, all popped up and glossy and pretty. Just go over that part one more time and make sure I don't miss anything. Yep, I missed a little bit. There we go. All right, so now that we have all of this all done, we're just gonna grab 3 inks from the same color family. And you want them to be darker than your cardstock. So our cardstock is a little bit lighter than all of my colors here. So my lightest color I'm gonna use is Tranquil Teal. Then we're gonna go in with Blue Denim as our mid-tone, and then just a little bit of In the Navy. So if you're gonna do this technique, just make sure you kind of have inks that are in the same color family as your cardstock for this to work. All right, let's get our little blending brush right here. And then I like to just have a little sheet of cardstock off to the side and kind of clean off my brush in between colors, because I think the last color I used was probably that In the Navy. All right. So we're gonna start off with our light color, which is Tranquil Teal. We have these in cubes in our shop. And we are going to just kind of start on the edges and pull this color in. But we're gonna leave the very center like uninked. So our very center will act like a little spotlight. And we're building up color around these edges. So already you can kind of see it's getting darker. And our fun embossed background is resisting that ink.
Hi, Marcy.
All right. So once we're happy with our first color laid down, we can move on to the second. Again, we just want to make sure we keep that center uninked. All right, now we're going to go into our mid-tone, which for me is Blue Denim. And we're gonna go in with this on the edges, kind of the same technique. We're not gonna go in as far as we did with the first color. So I love watching this all take shape with the ink blending. And I think this is the first time I've used the color Blue Denim. I don't know why, it's like a really good color. One of those that just kind of gets lost in the collection, I guess. All right, so I'm pretty happy with that. So now we're gonna move into our darkest color, which is In the Navy. And we're gonna go in with this one, but again, we're not gonna go in as far as we did with our second color. This is just gonna be on the very edges. Whoopsies. And we're just adding that color down. And now you're starting to kind of see that spotlight effect even more so when we're laying down that dark color. Getting out all of our frustrations with our ink blending today. All right, so I am pretty happy with how this is looking. I just want to add a little bit more to my corners here. I want my corners to be pretty dark. All right, so now just to kind of pull off any color that might be on the top of my embossing, I'm just gonna grab my, just a dry paper towel, it doesn't matter, and we're just going to kind of wipe off the top of our stamping. And this is just gonna pull off any color that's on the top of that stamped image and then just kind of make it pop a little bit more. So there's that. But I love how that's turning out with our spotlight effect. All right, so now we're just gonna add a simple sentiment to this with pre-cut die cuts. So this is actually silver glitter cardstock, and it is in our doorbuster deals, and I absolutely love this, and so I wanted to use it. I think it's like $1 or $1.25, something like that. And I cut out with it Birthday from our Say It Big die set. So we have a birthday one that's a Say It Big die set, and it has the words, and then it does have a little shadow too, but today I'm just using the words. And then I also went ahead and die cut out this little happy, which is from our Ornamental Pines bundle set, and we still do have, I think, maybe 20 of those in stock if you wanted to get your hands on one. And we're just going to glue this down with my Nuvo glue pen. With the embossing, you do want kind of a strong ink because it kind of resists the glue a little bit with the flat layer. All right, so we're just getting this all in the back of our die. Oopsies. Oh, Nick is putting up the Ornamental Pines bundle there so you guys can see what that is. We have tons of videos over on our well, on our Facebook page too, if you want to see like what it's all about. We did so many videos with it, you guys. All right, I'm just gonna grab this so I can kind of use it to stamp, to press it all down into place while we glue our happy here. But yeah, the bundle is really cool. It has like dies with it. It has a stencil, a whole stamp set. We're just gonna put this one kind of like wonky up there, and then I'm gonna do the same thing with my little block. Oopsies, it's stuck to my block. What the heck? No. That worked just great. I use that all the time, that little trick. Not today, I guess. All right. So we have our happy adhered down, and then I thought a fun like finishing touch for this, since we're kind of going with like a tone on tone look. I'm loving these Nuvo vintage drops. This is in the color Peppermint Candy, and it's just a really pretty blue color. So we're gonna add a few of those. I like to just do a test drop, so I'm gonna do it on my paper towel over here.
Sue likes your glue pen.
Oh, thank you. We'll have those back in stock shortly. Oh no. My vintage drop got a little Hershey Kiss shaped.
Do those settle down?
Yeah, if you like knock it on your table, you can usually even them out. So don't like fret too much if it's looking a little like wonky, because you can fix it typically. But I thought this was just kind of a fun color to go with this. All right, let's just kind of tap those down just a little bit and level. All right, So there's that finished look with the fun, rich ink blending on there. I love how it turned out. Here it is. This is embossed in clear. Here it is with like a clear glitter. So a couple different looks, but I think both are fun. So I love, love, love this easy technique. We're going to try it out in pink too because I want to just show you how you can do this with some different color combos too. All right, let's just clean this off a little bit. We're going to be responsible crafters today. Clean that off before we move in. That navy blue, I don't know what it is about certain pigments that just kind of stain, and navy is a pigment across like all inks that I just find to be really staining. All right, so let's go ahead and try this with a fun pink color. So here's my pink cardstock that we're going to use. And we're going to do that same stamp, so we're just going to kind of pop this right in there. And this will be nice too for those of you just tuning in. We're using a new background stamp. This is called Eat More Cake. It was just released yesterday for Cyber Monday, and we do have cyber deals going on all week long.
Elizabeth loves the glitter embossing powder, says it gives it a great touch.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I like doing different experiments like that. It's always hard to do the exact same card. So usually when I redo it during the live video, I kind of do something a little bit different. Yes, Bonnie, this is a glass mat that I'm working with. This is the Tim Holtz glass mat. I really, really enjoyed this, this mat for ink blending. It just really slides nicely. All right, so there it is. It has a bunch of like birthday sayings on here. Birthday boy, trick candles, too many candles are not a bad thing. Just really cute little sayings. And then we'll take our clear embossing powder. We're going to just emboss all of this so we get a fun resist look. Perfect. And then we'll go ahead and heat set this. This is always the most magical part. Hopefully you guys can see it. So that is all cured, real glossy and pretty. I was saying too with the blue one, like I've done it where I just like stamp it like this and like leave it because I like it. A little tone on tone action. All right, so we're gonna use 3 colors again. So your paper needs to be lighter than your colors, and then your next color should be a couple shades darker. So we're gonna start with Dusty Rose as our light color. Our mid-tone is gonna be Passionate Pink. And we're going to go in with Cherry Red for our dark one. All right. So I'm going to grab my little blending tool that is for pink. And we're just going to clean him off. Oh, look, here's the freebie with $55. Isn't that cute? I use like every little scrap of paper. So this is from the other day when we did our release party and we stamped them all out. All right. I think we're pretty clean on this. Good. All right, so let's start with our light color, and this one's going to be Dusty Rose. This is like a really pretty color. All right, and this one is going to be one where we're going to pull this one in furthest, but we're going to leave the center kind of blank, so we get a spotlight effect. You guys, today kind of feels like a Monday. I've been in the live room for like hours trying to make cards for today's live video, and I had all these ideas in my head and then none of them worked out, and so then I just like randomly switched gears. I'm like, every time I try to make cards that are inspired by somebody else's style, they never work out. Like, I don't know why, time after time, I don't get this through my head, but every time I'm just like, nope, I'm going to do my own thing, then it just works. It's crazy. All right, so now we're going in with Passionate Pink. We're not going in as far as we did with that first color. And we're just going around the edges. Oh, I think my boy is getting off the bus. All right. So I think that's looking pretty good. Now we're gonna go in, we're gonna add just a bit, oops, sorry guys, just a bit of the cherry red around the edges, and this is really gonna deepen it and kind of make the color look even like richer. All right, so this is like a very, it really holds on top of that embossing, but we'll wipe it off and it will be just fine. So again, we're just doing this dark color just barely around our edges. Like so. Now we're going to just take our dry paper towel. Yeah, Sue, I have a hard time with sketches too. I don't know what it is about sketches. It's like I get it and I get what the layout is supposed to be, but then it just doesn't work for me. All right, so we are just kind of wiping off that excess ink. You get quite a bit that kind of just sits right on top of the stamping to kind of get that to pop a little bit. Love it. So now this one, I thought, you know what, we need to use that really awesome new birthday stamp set, and it actually comes with the coordinating die. I love it. We have a retirement one, an anniversary one, and one other one that I'm forgetting in my head, and I might think of it by the end of the video. But it comes with this coordinating die for the big happy birthday, and then a bunch of cute little add-ons, and I'll show you just a fun way to use one of these add-ons in a bit here. I have one more card to share with you guys.
Is it called I Did, I Do, I Will?
The wedding one or the anniversary one?
Yeah.
I said we have an anniversary one. We have an anniversary, a birthday, a retirement, and one more.
Oh.
See if you think of it. Alright, so this is just a scrap white sheet of paper, and we are going to keep with our embossing theme here. We'll just grab our clear embossing ink, stamp down. I love the versatility that the die adds, so you could just stamp this directly down on cardstock if you have a card that it works for like that. Otherwise, you can die cut it like I'm doing and pop it up on a background, which I think works perfect for kind of this spotlight technique that we are doing. All right, we're switching gears. We're gonna do some silver embossing, so I gotta get rid of my clear.
Can you tell what the birthday background was again?
So the birthday background is called More Cake. Oh, I kept calling it Eat More Cake. More Cake background. People are like, I can't find Eat More Cake. Yeah, it's because I'm making up my own names over here, apparently. All right, so here this is. This is with clear embossing ink, despite the fact it looks really dirty. It's because I'm an irresponsible embossing ink owner. But it doesn't really matter when you use colored embossing ink, now does it? So here is my silver embossing. This is actually like a silver glitter. And we'll have this back in stock very soon too.
Did you try your new embossing buddy?
I haven't. No, I forgot. All right, so here is the silver. Super duper fun. I love that. We'll grab that coordinating die now. So the die and the stamp set are sold separately. So if you are obsessed with dies like I am, you're going to want to make sure you add it to your cart if you're getting this stamp set, which is an essential, by the way. Everybody's got birthdays, right? It's got to be one of my most popular cards I make is birthday cards and thank yous. All right, just lining that up. A little bit of purple tape, and we'll run this through the die cutting machine. Can you see like the mess over here?
No.
I feel like you're lying to me.
You can't see the thing over there.
Oh, okay.
You're on a camera.
Yeah, right. All right, so here is our cute little sentiment all die cut out now perfectly. I just love that. I think it's so much fun. This would be great too, like stamped on black cardstock with like silver or gold. All right, so this is gonna look really fun, kind of with that spotlight behind it. So we'll just grab a little bit of foam tape here to pop this up. And try to kind of cover this nicely. All right. No more birthdays for you? So you're gonna stop aging? I like it. All right. Or maybe no more birthday cards for the year. The year is almost up. I have a lot of like January birthdays in my family. All right. So we're just gonna go ahead and pop up our cute little happy birthday. And then we have like the perfect colored Nouveau drops to go with this too. And this is Carnation Pink, and it is a Nouveau crystal drop. And we're just gonna add a couple of these on here. All right. So I think that both of these would be really, really fun and pretty, matted on some white cardstock, and then I'll probably put them on white card bases. But just a fun way to use an emboss resist technique on colored cardstock with some inks. I don't know, something different and fun. So I have one more card I want to share with you guys using one of our most popular snowflake stamps that we just released this month, and I know that probably a lot of you watching might have it already, so you could do this card along with me. All right, I'm just kind of cleaning up my area just a little bit here so we can move on to the next card. Get all that pink and red ink off here. Perfect. All right, so here is the next, like, literally 2-minute card. This is going to be great for winter greetings, or if you still have to make a couple Christmas cards, this is going to be a pretty one to kind of mix in to your stash. So for this one, we just need real simple stuff. I am going to be using a white piece of cardstock. We're going to mat this on a white cardstock, and then this is just a little scrap sheet of red paper that I grabbed from my collection. All right, so we're just gonna pull in our Misty and place down our panel. And I'm just gonna tape it kind of along the bottom because my snowflake is gonna be up kind of towards the top. So the snowflake I'm using is huge. It is called Colossal Snowflake. It does have a coordinating die too if you love this set. I have used both techniques with the die, without the die. I love it. All right, so I just need to find my snowflake stamp again. That was just, oh, here we go. I was gonna say, it was just right here. All right, so I'm grabbing my snowflake stamp, which as you can see is literally giant. It's too late to buddy it. Oh. It's too late. It is too late. Nick just wants me to show you guys. He made me an embossing buddy. He put it in this little thing. He stamped a bag with his logo. He put, what did you put in here?
Talcum powder.
Talcum powder in here. And then gave it to me, and he's like, I made you an embossing buddy. And he like really wants me to use it. And I keep forgetting. All right, so moving on. We're gonna use our clear embossing ink on this giant stamp. It is such a pretty snowflake, you guys. Really detailed, really, really pretty, embossed up, and just a lot of different techniques you can do with this one. All right, let's see how we're feeling. I like it. All right, so we're going to emboss this with white embossing powder. just because I want it to be really bright. You could do clear too. Clear just isn't going to be as bright as what I'm going to get here. And if you want it to be even brighter with your white embossing, you could stamp the image in white ink, white pigment ink.
Ooh, Shauna uses cornstarch.
Yeah, there's lots of different like hacks for embossing buddies. I know some people use like baby powder, a bunch of different stuff. All right, there it is with our white on top here. Just set that down, and then we'll grab our embossing tool and let the magic begin. You can kind of see that white is really popping up. So this would be an easy card to mass produce for the holidays. You could just kind of set up your snowflake inside of your Misty, stamp a bunch of these out, emboss all at once, and ink blend all at once. All right. So there it is. You can, hopefully you guys can see it on there. I'm just going to take off this tape. We do not need it. And then we're going to do a little bit of ink blending. So I'm just going to grab one of my blue inks that are now mysteriously gone. Where are they? Nick, you took them.
What'd I take?
I lost my blue inks. My blue inks are gone. They were just...
over here. Are they in that pile right?
No, these are my pink ones. Oh, I found them. I found them.
My fault.
Yeah, it is your fault. You should have known better. All right. Sorry about our spat. There's like this really funny guy on TikTok, and he's always doing these like little videos where it's just like the mouth and the eyes, and it's like reasons why my wife is mad at me this week. And it'll be like just things like that, like my wife was hungry and I didn't ask her, you know, what we should eat right away, and I should have known. Next time I need to have mental telepathy. All right, so we're going to go in with Tranquil Teal and our blending tool. We're just going to ink this up, and then we're going to start just like in the center and then kind of work our way out. So we'll start in our center, and as we go around, we'll just kind of fan out. And you can see this snowflake really popping up as we do this. And you just kind of repeat until you get your desired color, always kind of starting out in the center, because you want your center to be the darkest, and then kind of fanning out the color to the edges of our snowflake. Oh my gosh, I think I have a box elder bug in my hair.
Yeah, he was flying around. I didn't know if I should say anything.
Real professional up in here, you guys. Box elders and everything. All right, so once we are happy with our color buildup, which I am, we can go ahead and we're just going to take a little paper towel, and we're going to go over the top of our embossing to get off any ink that's kind of sitting on the top here, so it pops a little bit more. So I love that. Then we'll grab our little scrap of red paper, and I'm grabbing just a little sentiment from one of our new sets. I just used the big birthday, but I'm using Hugs and Wishes. I thought that was just a great like all-purpose sentiment. And I'm just stamping this right on here. It really doesn't matter if it's straight or not, because I'm going to be cutting a little chunk. We'll emboss with white. A lot of embossing today. Oh, thanks, Peg. That's nice. Yeah, it is real. When you do live videos, there's no edits. You know, like usually if I record a video, like it takes a long time to edit it. During live, I just have to like hope and cross my fingers that everything works out. Bugs and all. Alright, so here is Hugs and Wishes. Just a cute little panel. I love the contrast between the red and the blue. I think it's really pretty. And we're going to just pop this up with some foam tape that my husband probably took again.
No comment.
No comment. Alright. Just cut a little strip here. My foam tape is running dangerously low. I'm going to place an order right after this. How awful would that be to run out of foam tape during Christmas card baking season? Alright, so Hugs and Wishes, and this I think just really looks kind of pretty popped up on a white panel. And when I do a white like stamping panel with white matting, I always like to pop it up with foam tape so you kind of see the definition between the two, the matting and the stamp panel. But you definitely do not have to. Hi, Everett.
Mom.
Would you like to come over here?
Yeah, but Mom.
We're live making some cards, so if you have any questions, you're going to have to wait just a second, okay?
You can go over there and stand by.
Yeah, you can come sit by me if you'd like, Everett.
But Mom, I have to do some. Is it okay if I watch Whippy on your computer?
On my computer? My computer is probably off, hon.
It is?
Yep, because I've been in here for a while. Alright, so we're going to be putting this on a white matting just to kind of differentiate and pop that up. And here's that finished card. So this just makes for a really super easy kind of wintertime greeting. I think it'd be pretty for Christmas or like a birthday or hello. Doesn't, you know, it doesn't really matter. So if you're just tuning in, I made a couple other Emboss Resist technique cards with some ink blending. So you can go ahead and watch the replay on that if you want to see how to get kind of this spotlight effect with some rich ink blending and fun kind of tone on tone colors. But I think all three cards turned out really fun. I love just being able to build my stash a little bit with the birthday cards and stuff. So I'll take pictures of these and I'll post them on the Unity Show and Tell as well as my personal Instagram if you guys want to see them up close, because it's always a little bit hard to capture the true colors and stuff during a live video. It's always better when I get like a photograph, I think. And then you guys can see that fun embossing too. So all week long we have our Cyber Monday going on. It's 55% off stamps site-wide, 10% off of supplies. We have doorbuster deals. This is something that is a doorbuster, and I'm hoping to make a card with it this week. They are like cute little burlap, like sticky letters. And so there's like over 200 stickers in here. So I love, you could write thanks or hello, hi, whatever, you know, I think it's just so, so cute. And this glitter cardstock is one of the doorbusters too. I think it might be $1 or $1.25, something like that, but a lot going on. So go ahead and check out the website, check out the freebies, because Friday midnight Central Standard Time I am checking out after this month of insane deals. This month is always so magical and so much fun, releasing things and hanging out with you guys and being able to do 55% off site-wide with like amazing freebies. But definitely at the end of it I am like so tired. So get your orders in by Friday midnight Central Standard Time. We are all in the back getting your orders out super duper quick so you can order with confidence. All right, we are going to be live again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I hope to see you then. Bye, everybody.